Please welcome to the stage actor, TV producer, writer, pottery maker, and a member of the Mid-South Emmy Board of Directors, Mr. David Ditmore.
Good evening, everyone. I want you to imagine for a minute your day begins anchoring a breaking news cut-in for an hour. And that is immediately followed by giving a scout troop a look behind the scenes of the newsroom, as well as a tour of the station. And that's followed by approving a reporter's script for that evening. And then vacuuming the crumbs off the newsroom floor from a colleague's birthday celebration. And finally, anchoring an hour-and-a-half news. That describes Scott Couch. Now, does he do all of that every day? Of course not. But I can tell you that Scott is a very dedicated journalist and coworker. And in the 20 years I have worked with him, Scott has repeatedly shown his willingness to help you any way he can. He's also an engaged member of our community, volunteering and taking part in events that happily give him the chance to meet and talk with the public and his viewers. But at the end of the day, he is a devoted family man to his supportive wife and 2 beautiful children. Scott has had numerous jobs in radio and TV, including reporting live in the field, anchoring countless newscasts, hosting numerous political debates, community town halls, and fundraising campaigns like the St. Jude Dream Home. In the last 30-plus years in this industry, Scott has had a front row seat to some of Middle Tennessee's biggest stories, from the historic and devastating flood of 2010 to the F2 tornado that ripped right through the heart of Nashville in 1998. Let's take a brief look back.
We're on it. We're on our way to Centennial Park right now.
The storm literally hit the downtown area without warning. Just imagine the force it took to uproot a tree this size. Strikers say the Union didn't bend then and it won't break today. He was well known and well liked, as evidenced by the lightning bolt as we speak his name.
You're watching News Channel 6 at 6 with Scott Couch.
There is a news story about overweight children. There's some scattered storms throughout the day. Breaking news is exciting because it's happening right now.
Fox 17 News at 9.
Metro Councilman Freddie O'Connell calling out Metro Public Schools. We want to know what you're up to, and you can share it with us.
My friend, you have earned this accolade after years of being a true broadcast journalist, from your radio days to News Channel 5 to Fox 17. I'm honored to say that I sat alongside you for years at WZTV in Nashville, witnessing your professionalism, attention to detail, superb writing ability, astute news judgment, and above all, the ability to tell the story and get it right. Your love for your family was clear and endearing.
What I remember most is how comfortable you made everyone in the studio feel while we were doing our shows. You were one of the easiest anchors to work with, and I just really appreciate your ability to make everybody around you so comfortable and the show better as a result.
And anytime we would be in the newsroom and we need a contact for a government official or a community contact or any sort of a person that would really just drive the stories home and mean so much to our community, we would turn to you. You have spent decades of your career developing relationships and knowing the market, and your expertise and everything stand out above the rest.
You know, on top of helping me with my writing, stand-ups, and anchoring, without which I never would have gotten where I am today, I'll never forget how every few weeks or so you used to come into the newsroom with dozens of neckties, and you would give them to me and some of the other younger guys that were starting out when we really didn't have a lot of money to buy our own. And that's just one of the many ways you supported us.
I'm Lydia Linker, reporting live outside the iconic News Channel 5 studios, where Scott Couch and I worked together for many years. Scott, congratulations. This is a tremendous honor for your years of service in this industry. From the time that you and I were next door newsroom neighbors to sharing time on the weekend anchor desk, I always saw firsthand your work ethic, your commitment, and your dedication to this business.
No one is going to outwork Scott Couch. He is the consummate professional. He's always willing to roll up his sleeves and get to work down in the trenches right with you. He is such a great teacher, mentor, and example for younger journalists in our newsroom. Scott is a talented journalist. He loves this craft, but above all, he's a great person and he is a team player.
You advocated for me to do some on-air work as an intern, and you worked closely with me on my writing. I can't tell you how much that meant to me in my career, and I really think it helped me get this job. This ended up being my first job in TV news.
I can't think of anybody more deserving than you, and I'm so happy that you're finally being recognized for this great honor. You were one of those anchors who always was a great audience. You listened to what I had to say during the sportscast. It wasn't just the time to check out and go do something else. You were a true sports fan, and I always appreciated your critiques and your tips.
You know, I'm really honored to have worked with you for 13 years of your long, long television news career. And we have so many memories during that time. Fun things we got to do, like winning the Cowbell King contest. Remember that? We got those huge trophies. And you remember we won that cook-off at the state fair. We sure did. We won that with the secret ingredient, which of course was Jack Daniels. I am so impressed with the way that you carried yourself in the community, the things you've done, the way that you have used this platform and this position to make our community a better place. You know, even though the industry's changed, you didn't. You never changed. You're always Scott Couch.
And we'll have more on that. Hi, Scott. More on that coming up in just a little bit.
I'm so proud of you and so happy you're being celebrated in this way.
I'm more than happy to support you here tonight. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Scott, on this well-deserved honor.
It's a great honor and you deserve it.
Congratulations on your induction.
So I'm not going to drop a mic for you, Scott. I'm going to raise it to you and enjoy this night.
Congratulations on your award, and congratulations on a heck of a career.
Please accept my heartfelt congratulations and keep up the good work, buddy. Love you.
Please help me welcome to the stage your newest Silver Circle member, Scott Couch.
Gosh, I don't spend much time looking at my work. I don't know about you guys, a lot of those things. I don't know that I've ever even seen some of those things, but I was so moved by the things that my colleagues had to say. And it was so special, the people that mentioned my family. My family is with me tonight. We are filling up table 3, and I want to thank my wife, Dana, and my kids, Caitlin and Carter, for making sacrifices for Dad to do what he always wanted to do. When I was in college and working part-time at WSM Radio, they had a little newsletter that said, what do you want to do, you know, when you grow up, so to speak? This is what I always wanted to do, and I feel greatly blessed. I was telling my wife that while I didn't write a speech for the comments tonight, I knew what I wanted to say. And the business that we work in enables us to work with incredibly talented people, warm people, giving people. And I've had a front row seat to Bob's career. I got to watch, you know, people just did excellent things. And I see Dirk Muth, you know, an old friend, got to, you know, watch the talent. And I so enjoyed watching other people who were better than me when I was a kid and thinking, this is how it's done. And my very first co-anchor, Lydia Linker's here tonight. I'm so grateful for the comments and your presence here tonight and for getting to see you earlier. And didn't know that was gonna happen. Had no idea it was gonna be in here, and I'm just absolutely blown away. When I recall, when I watch the different stories, I wish I'd unbuttoned my coat a little more often. You know, maybe a little more comfortable. But I'm reminded of all the photographers that I worked with, and except for my family, everybody at the table with me tonight, I worked with. Rich Stone, Michael Redd were photographers with whom I worked. The best memories that I have in this business are being alone with those guys in a car, headed to or from some news event, feature story, hard news, whatever it was, and it's just us against the world. We're trying to figure it out as we go, trying to beat our competitors, tell a good story, capture excellent comments, and put it all together. But it was the relationship that we had in that car that's so special to me. Whenever I see some of these guys, I'm always right back at that point. Those relationships are what I remember in the business and what I cherish the most. And I use those guys as sounding boards. Hey, how does this sound? What's your best picture? You got any, incredible net sound that I, can use? How does this sound to you? All right, let's do it this way. You got a great picture. Wonderful, wonderful times. I cherish that. I miss that I don't have an opportunity to do that as much. David Ditmore, who introduced me, and I have worked together at a couple different stations in Nashville and been friends for many, many years. He's an incredible talent who deserves to be recognized in this same way. And I want to thank him for the incredible video. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank the Academy for including me in this incredible honor. It's not something that I really allowed myself to think about. Like, did I want this? Yes, I wanted this. Did I ever tell anybody? I did not. Might have mentioned it to the missus, but never told a soul. But this is incredibly meaningful to me. And I thank the Academy. I thank the board of directors who had an opportunity to say yes. We'll include him in this family. I'm delighted to be a broadcast journalist. I'm honored to work in Nashville and represent my community, my family, and Fox 17 News. Thank you all very much.